All right. You know that sound? We're backwards. It is 7 o'clock right here on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. or whatever time it is over there across the pond. And this is the Death Rattle Podcast. What's going on, man?
What's up?
I forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm DJ Remark, your host. And with me is Mr. Kanan Becker of Ghost Pirate Entertainment, my co-host. And this is the Death Rattle Podcast. So there,
the
proper
Batman
intro.
And Robin of horror.
We are the...
I don't know which one of us is Batman or Robin, but whatever.
That is how I hear us introduced across the internet. Every time I run into anybody, they're like, "Oh my god, it's the Batman and Robin of horror." It's Kanan and DJ. What's going on, guys? Good to see everybody in the chat. Stuart Elliott, who's a composer, says, "Wow, this looks terrible." Stuart Elliott, how does it feel spamming everybody on IMDb to please let them use your shitty music?
What looks terrible?
I would love to know.
We hadn't even started.
Who knows? But he's a composer for films, and those people are like the cockroaches of the film industry. If you've been in the film industry for longer than a couple,
not if you're a legit. Not if you're a legit
you think Stuart Elliott is legit? Probably not.
I'm just saying if you're a legit composer.
I get an email a day from a composer trying to spam their Casio keyboard at me.
That's like a wannabe.
But it's just like they're everywhere. What's going on, Al? Good to see you,
disparage legit composers. You know what I mean? Right. There's every exception. There's exceptions to the rule. But if we're talking indie, right? Okay, so let's get off our high horse there, Kanan. Hit the like button. I was just hanging out when I was at the Rob Zombie Marilyn Manson show. I was just hanging out with what's his name?
What's up, John?
I forget his name. But anyway, not Gingerfish.
This is riveting content.
Anyway, I was hanging out with him, and he did the score for John Wick, and
that's cool. I mean, that music is
like a bunch of other movies.
But he's also not trolling IMDb trying to find every single project.
No, he plays guitar for Marilyn Manson.
Right, exactly. What's going on, Stephanie? Good to see you. Lee says, "Who's ready for the Jacksonville Horror Film Festival?" I am.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, let's go. Lee says, "I know you can't say much, but how's your lineup of films going?" It's going really well. We got some really good submissions. They're still open. Submissions are still open, so you can find us on film.
November. I plan to watch a bunch of them. Finally get feedback on them.
Yeah, Mr. Kanan is this
insane month is over.
He is our finalist judge. So
from New York anyway.
Movies, films, and short films that are up for awards. Kanan's going to be watching them and deciding whether or not they actually deserve those awards. And it's going to be him and a few others that we haven't announced yet. So we will be announcing them. Architect Sam is in the chat saying yay to the Jacksonville Horror Film Festival. Jobit's in the chat. Good to see you, Jobit. Janatha.
And then you guys you and Architect Sam are going to Georgia, right? Isn't that what you were saying?
That's right. So Architect Sam and we are the duo of the Jacksonville Film Festival.
Let the people know where you're going to be.
We are going to be at the Jekyll and Hyde Con in Jekyll Island in Georgia this Saturday. We got a booth there. So if you are going to the Jekyll and Hyde Con, come say hi. We will be there with a bunch of stuff. So I already said hi to Al. Hey, what's going on? Gaston, good to see you. Darren, what's going up from Australia? Down in the down under. What's going on? Lee loves the intro. Janatha says this week. What?
Go ahead.
Janatha says this week I watched Pumpkinhead 2, Ghost Watch, and House on Eden.
I'm sorry.
Very cool.
I love Chris. Call me Chris. Like, I am a huge fan of her YouTube channel and her husband Caleb's YouTube channel, but that is not a good movie. Like, that movie is really rough.
Wow.
So that's why I haven't talked about it on the channel. So I do not recommend that movie.
Jack says, when is the fest? I don't want to look it up right now. It is March 13th and 14th of next year. So it starts Friday the 13th You lazy bastard. JacksHorrorFilmFest.com is the website for those of you that want to look it up. But we want to get into we got a special treat for you guys today. I don't know if you guys probably saw the thumbnail, but we have an artist, a comic book artist as a guest tonight. His name is Mr. Drew Hanson. Drew Hanson studied managerial economics at UC Davies before realizing his true calling lay
UC Davis.
Oh, it's Davis? I thought it was Davies.
Are you kidding me, dude? It's like one of the most famous freaking colleges, man. Like,
oh, I'm sorry.
UC Davis, medicine, Berkeley, and like
Harvard, Brown.
UC Davis is, yeah, it's super famous, man.
Purdue, Ohio State.
And my aunt and uncle worked there as well.
All right. Can I get through this?
Get it right.
Please? Can I get through this? UC Davis. I'll let Drew yell at me. Why don't you shut up? All right. Drew Hanson studied managerial economics at UC Davis before realizing his true calling lay in the arts. After several years writing satire and performing stand-up comedy, he shifted his focus to storytelling through comics and film. He's the writer of the sci-fi comedy Macabre and is currently crowdfunding Macabre Majesty, a medieval horror graphic novel. You can find him at Dungeon Rat Productions. The link will be in the description. Drew Hanson, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Good to see you. I'm sorry I mispronounced UC Davis.
It's all good, man.
I didn't.
I was surprised you hadn't heard of it. But I know.
Like,
you never know what people don't know. There's plenty of stuff I don't know.
I know. Well, UC Davis is like UC Davis is super famous, not just on the West Coast. Like it is, like they are responsible for some like crazy, like UC Davis medicine, especially is like very up there. But
all right,
anyway.
well. Anyway,
you should know. Now, I wouldn't expect you to know Sac State.
No, I don't.
Or the Causeway Classic. I wouldn't expect you to know that stuff.
I definitely,
Davis, man. You should know that.
Okay, well, now I do. I will. That's my homework today. Look up UC Davis.
And thanks to the chat.
But yeah, so the chat's excited to see you guys. Otaku says, "Hey, Drew." John says, "Welcome, Drew." KC says, welcome. So, yeah, Drew, tell us about yourself. Tell us about Macabre Majesty. What's going on?
Well, yeah, like, I mean, how did you, in the first place, how did you get into, because I haven't talked to you about this, like, how did you get into doing comics in the first place?
Well, so you had been to my comedy show in Davis, right? And that was 2018. Yeah. And so then I did comedy into 2019. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. And then the pandemic happened. I'm like, crap, what do I do now? And people are like, oh, you can do comedy online. And like, it is a thing, but it's not quite the same, right? As having it in person. And so I was stuck inside. Yeah, it's very different. You know, you don't get that instant, connection with the audience.
No.
And so I'm like, I guess I should start working on something else. And I've been working on a feature film for many years now. We've shot some of the material, and I'll talk about that another time. But I basically was like, okay, if I'm stuck inside all this time, I want to, try and do something different. And I always loved comics growing up. And so I started writing just for fun. And Macabre was the first one. It was basically like Rick and Morty meets Cowboy Bebop. A very nice. It was the same the dark humor that you saw in my stand-up getting put into that world. At the same time, I wanted to Macabre kind of ended up being like a coming out as liking fat women project for me, because that was something that was very difficult for me in my youth, was feeling like, not like what I like is not representative media. So I was like, oh, I want to get a story that has like people that look like people, not just, this conventionally attractive kind of thing, like showing what I like. And so Macabre, I've written close to 14 issues, and we're going to be publishing 2 and 3 in the spring. But then I was like, after a while, I had about 8 screenplays that were anywhere from pile of notes to like full screenplays. And I'm like, how do I have so many screenplays but only have one comic series? And so I set the intention to start coming up with more comic ideas, and just they started pouring in essentially. But horror is the one that for me, like same with you guys, I have watched like a million horror films over the course of time. And as a consequence of loving horror so much and having that be a huge part of my youth, I have like a really high standards for horror, which made it all the more intimidating to write one myself. And at some point in time, the idea for Macabre Majesty came into my mind, and I'm like, okay, I feel like this could work, and just started writing it. And it's weird too, because like I said, like Mega Bitch was kind of like, okay, I love Rick and Morty, I love Cowboy Bebop, all the other kind of like sci-fi stuff, Ghost in the Shell, things like that. That all just instantly poured into it. But with Macabre Majesty, it's a story where like you could say that the art is inspired by Dark Souls or Darkest Dungeon, that kind of thing. But ultimate, and
you want to bring up some of the pictures so that while we're talking, people can kind of see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So my friend August Johnston in Canada, he's the illustrator, and like Resident Evil, like I said, Darkest Dungeon, Silent Hill, all that kind of stuff, huge inspiration for him and for me. And so his atmospheric art was just like perfect for it. And we began concepting it and dialing it in, and like my best friend who also went to Davis, film major, writing major, he has read like all my stuff, and he was like, dude, this is by far your best story. Like it is. I was genuinely like waiting to see what happened next, and was like, there's this huge plot twist, all that kind of stuff. So it's we got the first 4 issues live on Kickstarter. We're very close to meeting our goal. I think more than about 2/3 or so.
So you trying to print it? Is that what the Kickstarter?
Yes. Yep, raising funds to print, and we're printing. The cool thing too, because August in Canada, we're going to be able to print in Canada and the United States, and so we're going to be able to get it to people, in a more affordable manner that way. But it's a dark story, but obviously, if you all are into horror, then that's perfect for it. And I'm more than happy to share the first issue with everyone. I think it's if it was a movie, like what's the synopsis or whatever of it? Like, what's it basically about? Like, without giving away spoilers. Yeah, absolutely. And I never want to give any spoilers. That's the challenge too, is like not showing or giving too much, like with the art on Instagram and whatnot. But
that's literally my job. It's trying to talk about movies and stuff without spoilers.
Things are hard.
It's hard. Yep.
Exactly. So, all right, here's the pitch. Amidst a war-torn countryside and a famine that devours every crop, young Eleanor is sold to a remote mountainside castle for a paltry sum. And there, she must navigate her new life, cleaning and tending to a bedridden queen and learning the harsh rules of the castle. Outside the castle walls, something lurks in the woods, preying on the unwary. Paranoia spreads as food dwindles and danger closes in. Will Eleanor remain a captive forever, or can she escape? Macabre Majesty delves into the terror of caretaking, the fear of the unknown, and the anguish of abandonment, where horror waits both within and beyond the castle walls.
Dude, that gave me chills, man. That sounds super cool.
I appreciate that, man.
I dig it.
It was hard to write.
I love the illustration, man. Like, it's got like a whimsical quality, but like really creepy and dirty and dark.
Who did the artwork? Did you do the artwork too?
No, he was saying
my friend August Johnston.
August Johnston,
Canada. Okay.
Yeah, it's at Aug Johnston on Instagram. He's fantastic. That was one of the things too about a story like this, is it works best with kind of the atmospheric art style. That was one of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately, because like in film, you've got sound and you've got motion, and that makes a huge difference in horror, as you guys know. But in a comic book, there's no sound at all, and you can't have this like slow creeping in of a creature or something like that. The zooms don't work as well. And so having a really amazing illustrator that's able to capture that atmospheric, kind of presence in the story, like I'm blown.
Yeah, it has a really cinematic look to it.
Yeah, I love that. I'm continually blown away because we're still, right now we're storyboarding the last two.
That one right there, that is fucking sick.
I want to make this into a film eventually.
Those two little. I know, that's what I was thinking. Like, this could translate really easily into film, like even like as a storyboard, just because it's like you're already getting, such vivid imagery.
We got a question in the chat. Architect Sam says, what inspired you to the environment of a castle and a forest?
That is a great question. So some of the main plot twists, which I'm obviously not going to spoil, I like the idea of setting them in a medieval environment. And part of the fun of this book for creating this remote mountainside that is isolated, and the only way to get there is this big bridge with a waterfall nearby, and they have to ascend the mountain to get there. I like the idea of having it be truly remote. At the same time, I wanted to add some kind of folkloric fantasy elements to it. And that was a really unique challenge because, like, for example, with sci-fi, like with Megabitch, I can literally just put anything in there and it works because it's sci-fi. So one of the ideas was like, what if the ocean got so filled with trash that the entire top layer is literally just like the ground, but it's just compacted trash? Like, that kind of stuff is very easy to fit into a sci-fi world, and it's very fun and freeing for me to write in that way. But for this story, I really wanted to like have to deep dive into something. And so, I mean, I was looking up like, okay, how do castles work? How does a toilet in a castle work? Basically, on the second floor, they'd have this huge chute, and you go in there and take a crap, and it would fall down in the bottom. And then there was the gong farmers. They would have to come in and clear that out. Their job was literally to get all the poop out of there. And so I was just researching these stories, finding out the story of a guy. This is a historical document that detailed that a guy drowned in the poop while trying to clean it.
God,
this kind of stuff happens.
Yeah,
which is like
actually
that was
right? Yeah, that was actually a fairly not common, but there's quite a few occurrences of stuff like that back then. Like, it was the amount of raw sewage that people were dealing with. It's just insane. I was watching like this like mini documentary on YouTube last night because I never even thought about this, but like how people would take a shit and all of that on ships back in. Like, dude, it's crazy. They would have like basically a toilet seat, just an open hole straight down into the ocean. But when it was windy or when it was raining or whatever, they would literally just kind of go in a corner in the ship, and then it would just pile up and eventually seep through the decks and eventually end up in the bilge in the bottom of the ship. And literally that's what the bilge was just at the bottom of the ship. Water would just be raw sewage and water, and someone would have to go down into the bottom of the ship, every so often and pump that out back into the ocean. Yeah,
this is a great conversation.
You're inspiring me to write a story.
It was disgusting, but it was disgusting, but also really fascinating because it's like stuff like that you never think about and doesn't really get talked about very often. But it was a thing,
Yeah, exactly. All that kind of stuff is just super fascinating to me. Like, and there's lots of things where I'll have to catch myself and I'll check. So like, if I write, we're going to go there in a minute or an hour, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, let me check. Did they even, count time in that way? And they didn't.
Yeah.
They would have like the dinner bell, the breakfast bell. And so like for me, I think you might know this from back in the day, but I have OCD. And so I am obsessive about things. And one of the things I'm obsessive about is like perfectionism, or as close to it in my art, getting there, and having it be the way I envision it. And so for this story, part of that authenticity with the perfectionism was trying to get as many details as I could, very accurate to the time period. So finding, like, we have a crossbow. How does that crossbow work? How did they some of them are the crank ones, right? Things like that. What would the dynamic be inside the castle? Things like that. There's a little bit more flexibility on, right? Because if I were to only have it be historically accurate, it would, basically not be a fiction piece at that point. So I have to have some leeway in order to create this unique world, but at the same time keeping as much of it as possible.
So was there a specific time period that you kind of went with for this? Like not because I know it's not based in because it's not really based in the real world, is it? Or do you have real world events and stuff in it?
Yeah, it's not real world in the sense of like being that historically accurate to actual people,
but just inspired by a time period.
Yes. So all the details, so like, how did they heat a bathtub? They would get these stones and they'd put them on the fire, and they'd have to heat them up, and then they'd carry the stones with tongs and put the stones into the bath. And so all those kind of details that fit in there. And then there's interesting stuff too, like people are dying, animals are dying in the woods. Like, is this a wolf? Is this some kind of creature? What is this? Well, then I had to look. Okay, did they actually have wolves in this time period? And it turned out that in a lot of the UK by then, they had exterminated most of the wolves. Yep. And so there could be a handful of wolves. And in the story, it's set during wartime. So I like the idea that during wartime, things that normally are deep in the woods might actually get pushed out to other places. So maybe there is some kind of wolf. So there's a lot of like research that went into this comic that I didn't have to necessarily do.
Oh, look at that.
That's my favorite shot.
Dude. Yeah, that looks amazing. That is like literally a movie. Like, I'm telling you, like, this is a great storyboard for a movie.
I want to direct it eventually. So
yeah, I love dark fantasy, man. Like I'm totally into that, and I don't think we get enough of it. And so that's super cool. I love I love seeing stuff like this, and and it sounds like a super interesting story.
That's why I'm really excited about the new Frankenstein, because it's gonna be Guillermo del Toro the idea behind it was to do dark fantasy. Like, he keeps pushing back when people call it horror, because he wants to make sure people know and realize, like, the dark fantasy element. Yes, it's horror, but it's more importantly dark fantasy. Like, he wants that whimsical quality about it. So
well, let's keep on keeping on. You have a Kickstarter for this.
Yes, we got a Kickstarter going. We're printing issues 1 to 4.
Can you put the link in the chat, DJ?
Yeah,
I see the link, right?
You sent me the link.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
This is it, but he's gonna and then we'll pin it. But
right,
for
so you guys can go to this. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it here. So you're well on your way. Why $3,333? What is that? Why is that the goal? What are we getting for $3,000?
Yeah, is that like the first run? Like a first
basically it provides us with the money to pay for the letterer as well as print everything. So
that's just such an interesting number.
What's a letterer?
Yeah. That's a great question. So great question. I like 33. There's some occult. Some people know the occult symbolism that might go behind it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what? So 33. That's okay. All right. Cool.
That's why 9 is my favorite number, because it's 3 times 3 to make 9.
So can we watch this trailer? Can we watch this trailer?
It's the same pitch I gave you earlier, but with it kind of like a not quite animated, but if you'd like, we could put it on.
And especially for the replay. Also for the replay, we'll post, because it's going to be in chat right now, but for anybody on the replay, what is the actual, like, can you say the actual place that they can go on Kickstarter?
Macabre Majesty.
Because on replay, they're not going to. Yeah. So it's Macabre Majesty on Kickstarter. Oh, I see it. It's on the bottom. I didn't even know we could do that. That's cool. On the bottom of the screen, it's the little scrolling thing. That's super cool.
All right. I'm going to hide the chat so we can watch this, guys. But here's the pitch for the Kickstarter.
Amidst a war-torn countryside and a famine that devours every crop, young Eleanor is sold to a remote mountainside castle for a paltry sum. There, she must navigate her new life, tending to a bedridden queen and learning the harsh rules of the castle. Outside the castle walls, something lurks in the woods, preying on the unwary. Paranoia spreads as food dwindles and danger closes in. Will Eleanor remain a captive forever, or will she escape? Macabre Majesty delves into the terror of caretaking, the fear of the unknown and the anguish of abandonment. Horror waits both within and beyond the castle walls. Macabre Majesty is an 8-issue medieval horror story. It is fully written, and 6 of 8 issues have already been fully illustrated. Issues 5 to 8 will be released on a subsequent Kickstarter in late winter or early spring after fulfillment of this Kickstarter. There are 3 different covers for each issue with discounts for bundles. You can mix and match covers through the add-on feature after choosing a tier.
Nice. Is that it? Oh, there's more stuff. Oh, nice, more stuff.
This is another little video that is pending.
This is a must-read nightmare for anyone who craves horror.
Cool, man.
That's super cool.
Yeah, this is nice.
So, what are the tiers and like what do people get?
Yes, we've got
the tiers.
Yep, so all along there we've got the digital comics. So I know that some people are on a budget, or some people live way across the world, and so we wanted to make sure that
they can get it right away. Like, what's the tier to get like the actual digital download?
Yep. So on the side we got issue 1, just for anyone who only want. In fact, for you guys who are watching this, if you hit me up on Instagram, I will happily send you a link to get issue.
You get a digital. Hell yeah! You get a digital issue for $1. Come on, guys.
Yep. So $1 is for people who want to support. Stay tuned. Scrolling down that, there's the mix and match for people who want to get different variant covers, and then we've got digital issues
for
of
$2?
1 to 4. Well, that's just the entry levels. Basically on here, what I wanted to do.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's super.
They cost more than that.
Like, anybody can get involved.
The other copies are like 10, 15 each, but we got digital copies, $15 for all 4. $40 gets you all the standard issues, and then we've got the variant covers. For me, something I like to do, like when the big companies do like a limited edition, it'll be like 10,000 copies or something, right? I like to have things be like truly limited. Like we have a limited to 25. There'll be only 25 in existence of those covers, and then these right here that are on the screen, in the main variant ones there, there's 50 of each one. So that's kind of like cool. My way of making sure that the early supporters are getting something that's like actually rare. Like these are only going to be 50, and there's only going to be 25. The standard covers are more affordable, and that's again just something that we like to. For me at least, I love reading physical comics. I'm sure you guys have the same experience.
Yeah. I need a physical.
As a teenager, like it's a visceral feeling. But I also understand if someone lives in Australia and it would cost us $50 to send them or whatever. That's why we still have that digital option. And then at the very beginning, we had the option of for several people to be drawn into the comic and for one of them to die, and those sold out like literally within the first
week. Yeah, dude.
Dude, I was just like
$100 be in the
quick.
comic. Yeah.
So those were just like instantly gone. But
do you have a tier for like having your name and the credits kind of thing on it or do you do anything like that?
I've thought about doing that, and
like
for me,
you could have like on the back page have like supporters, backers, whatever. Because I know like a lot of movies do that in TVs and series and whatnot.
I've for my film, I'll probably do that. And the film, by the way, give you guys a sneak peek that it is a dark fantasy comedy. I'm not going to say anything more for now, but keep in touch on Instagram.
Where is that as far as is that? Are you still writing the script for that, or do you actually like where is that in process?
It is in production. We've made substantial progress.
Oh, really?
So
are you going to do a Kickstarter for that as well?
Well, I think we might. Yeah, I need to get some other stuff sorted out. I can't give too many details away right now on that one. Like, I'm very so for example, with the script, in general, I want to be 100% certain that I love what I've written before I give it to an illustrator. And so like with Macabre Majesty, I wanted to have all 8 issues done, and not just done, but to have like an amazing ending. And that actually was like the hardest part, because this is the biggest cast I've ever had in a story before. But the reason I mention that is It's the same with most of my projects that I keep it really secret. And then friends and fans and stuff who are like staying in the loop, I'll show sneak peeks here and there. But keep it all dialed in until I feel really confident. And that comes back to that OCD of like, I don't want to have an illustrator start drawing issue 1. And then later on, I paint myself into a corner and go, oh crap, I got to add something back to issue 1. But like, we've already published it. We've already got it out there in the world, right? So
totally,
because some people's attitude will be like, oh, I want to, we'll just see how it does after issue 1, and maybe we'll make some more. And I'm like, no, like I'm gonna make the whole thing, and you're gonna get the whole thing. If no one likes it, or if everyone likes it, or no matter what, like I'm gonna follow through to the end. And that's just part of my own personal integrity to creating like what I love, because I'm ultimately doing these things because they're passion projects. So yeah,
that's awesome. DJ, you want to read some of the chats, like some of the
sure.
Chat is saying about Drew and about the comic and whatever.
Diddy outed you occultists. He said 3:33 is the witching hour. Is that right?
There's different. There's actually more than one.
Oh, more than one. But is that true? Yeah. Is the witching hour? Is that it?
I think the witching hour. I mean, the witching hour, as far as I understand,
I thought it was 3 a.m.
But the universe is the universe is made up in threes, and that's why 3 is such a it's crazy. It actually is really, really weird. Yeah, when you look into just about everything, 3s is like constantly coming up, and that's why I was saying 9, because 9 is 3 times 3. It's divisible by 3. It's
Otaku says,
I'm gonna run and grab another Rockstar while you read some of these.
Okay, he says, Otaku says, I feel like Drew is an Edgar Allan Poe fan.
Yeah. Be on my good side, or I might put you in my wall.
Yeah. Cask of Amontillado. I love that. John Connor says, beautiful castle details. Reminds me of Dracula's castle from the Coppola film.
Yes.
Any inspiration from that? From
I'll have to ask. That would be a good question for August, actually. I kind of let him just have his own free reign. I said, just come up with a castle. I trusted him to do it. He's like, if you see his stuff on for Inktober right now, I'm just like blown away, because he's doing some physical drawing, because this is all digital, right? He's doing some physical stuff right now, and I'm just like, definitely check out his account as well. Like I said, at Og Johnston.
Is that on there too? On his information on the
it should be on the Kickstarter, but we can put it in the chat here too.
And where before I forget, like if you want to be able to keep up with not just the comic, but like your movie, whatever in general.
Og what? Sorry.
Yeah, what is your
at AUG Og and then Johnston, JOHNSTON. So he's on Instagram.
But yeah, so where's the best place to find you and keep tabs on you and like what you're working on?
I just created a newsletter literally last night, and I set it up so I wanted to prepare for you guys here. So like I said, I set it up so that anyone who signs up for the newsletter, you'll get the sneak preview of issue 1. The whole.
Where can they sign up for the newsletter?
Can I drop you guys the link?
Is that on the Kickstarter or?
I sent it to you on Messenger earlier. I haven't put on the Kickstarter yet.
Okay, send us the link. So, send me the link, Kanan, and I'll drop it in the chat. K Depperman says
the €10 the free.
Here I can put in the chat on StreamYard here. So if you guys are
no, because I want it for replay.
But can it be copied into the video from there? Let's see. John Snow.
I
my mic to record that.
Yeah, it says pretty cool. You got John Snow to do the narration.
Okay.
Make sure to subscribe to my newsletter.
I'm sending it to DJ right now.
Free.
What's up, Mr. Wonderful? Good to see you. John says it sucked being a vassal in the medieval era.
All right, I just sent it to you, DJ.
Casey says, I love Christopher Golden's Baltimore series of graphic novels. It seems I would love this Macabre Majesty stuff.
Yeah, I think I can guarantee. If you like I kind of touched on this earlier, but like when it comes to most scripts, like for example, fantasy films, there's a good amount of really cool fantasy films, but there's not like a huge amount. Horror, there's like an enormous amount of like fantastic horror films. So because of that, my standards
but it's
are
a
like
wide,
sky high.
it's such a wide, like it's a huge umbrella of what is considered horror. So it's like,
that too.
That's why dark fantasy is a real narrow band in that genre. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a very narrow subgenre. So, but that's what's so cool about movies like a lot of the Dracula movies. Like that's what I loved about Nosferatu, the most recent one, is how dark fantasy it felt. And a lot of people had an issue with it because it was like they were wanting more of a horror movie, and it was much more of like a dark fantasy. But I was all about it because I'm like, dude, there's lots of horror movies. We don't get a ton of really well-made dark fantasy, and that was so. Like, I'm really excited about Eggers' next movie. What is it? What is it? Oh, damn it! Is it Werewolf? What's the name of his new? It's the werewolf one.
It's Wolfman, isn't it?
No, it's a werewolf one. But is it werewolf or? Damn it!
Yeah, it's a werewolf
movie.
It's werewolf.
It's spelled with a U, right?
It's spelled the German way.
Yeah. But it's still werewolf, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, that's what I'm excited about that because like a couple of the there's been a few leaked concept art for that, and it's gonna be like another movie that's super dark fantasy, creepy. So dude, Eggers is like the man when it comes to that shit. So
John says you draw horror in your main character's face very well.
Thank you, John. Yeah, August Illustrator, he does an amazing job. Like the thing too is illustrating like this is a really 8 issues is a lot, especially August is young. I think he's like 21 years old right now.
Oh, wow.
So he just keeps leveling up. Like the issues get they're already amazing from the start, and it just gets better and better and better. Like issues 7 and 8, we're still storyboarding because not only was it super difficult to write it, but it is also very difficult to draw because there's a lot of spatial stuff that we have to make very clear. He's doing a freaking incredible job. It's
very painterly, which I really like.
Yes.
Like there's almost a watercolor painterly quality.
Yeah, it looks good.
You know me and art. That's how we met, right? You and your mom, right? Came to one of my art shows or something. I don't know. My memory sucks. Yeah. This is a long time ago. It's like,
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Got to be like 10 years ago, right?
15 years ago, man. So my mom started taking me to Second Saturday in Sacramento, and that's where I met you and Lily. Yep. I don't know if your fans not here have seen your art. I love your art, dude. And it evolved as well. So yeah, I don't
share my art much these days because I'm so about the channel and what I'm doing here, and then I'm wanting to get involved in music again.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get my vocals going again and be able to lay down some tracks with a friend of mine hopefully soon.
Awesome.
But yeah, I even bought some paint supplies so that eventually I'll do some paintings again because I haven't done any art since I think 2021 was the last time I made anything. So, but I still have lots of art in storage.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get back into it. But what are you up to besides the comic and the movie and stuff? What else have you been doing?
Yeah, you watch any good movies lately?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. Since you are on a horror show, what are some of your favorite horror movies? Recent watches.
Recent watches. The one that they favorite of this year would probably be Weapons.
Dude,
and
so
I loved Barbarian as well. Like that is especially too that.
Dude, he's making Resident Evil.
I'm stoked. That's gonna be just.
I'm like super.
Hopefully, it'll be Resident Evil.
No, that's his whole thing.
Awesome.
That's his whole thing. Is he's like he wants to make the most accurate to the game movie. Like that's his whole thing. He wouldn't even bother with it, and they gave him green light, complete carte blanche. So it's supposed to be as accurate as you possibly can make it to the game. That's
good.
His whole
Can't wait.
thing. So yeah.
Can't wait for the first real Resident Evil movie to be made after all this time. I can't wait.
I'm just curious if he's going to stick to the game as in the first movie is it going to be shot for shot? Is it going to be the same story, or is he going to keep it? Like, I'm hoping he keeps it.
I don't want it to be shot for shot.
Yeah, I'm hoping
got to be the same story.
Feeling.
Give me the mansion.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like there to be some unique wrinkles. So it feels
fine.
Like
but you got to have that. You got to
happen. You know,
if you're going to take, if you are going to take shots from the game, which I think you should take some, you got to have that first zombie turnaround definitely. Shot. Like you got to have that. Mm-hmm. And then I also want to see the angles in the movie that they used in the game, because the angles that they used in the game, when they would turn that camera around and just slightly have it askew in like the corner of the hallway, that is 90% of why those games are so fucking scary. Is because you're super like, disoriented. What am I looking at? What is this? Like, I mean, and
I know, that's what I've always wondered. But with video games in general, or video game adaptations into movies, I've never understood why people don't use that feeling of something is just beyond what you can see. Like, because in a game, you know, you're not, it's like you're limited on some of the things you're seeing, like in a real person. But in movies, it seems like they always want to show you, you know, so it's like, something's here. Oh, we want to show you. But in a game, sometimes you can turn and just barely miss it, or it's just barely in your periphery, or you know what I mean? Like dealing with perspective changes and stuff. I don't know why that's not used more in movies, like that game element. But
I think it's so. I tried to do that in my short film, What It Takes. I tried to take inspiration from Resident Evil and use one of those, and it just didn't work out. It just looked like a weird angle, because we also only had so much time to shoot it, because it was for a competition. But you know, I tried playing with that, and it's just kind of hard sometimes, because I think the translation between film to video game is that film, you know, sometimes the camera is the character or is a character. And so if you're making these weird, you know, askew angles like that, it's kind of confusing to the audience, because you're like, where are we right now? You know, so you got to be.
But that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying constantly, but add more disorienting elements into your movie. And I feel like they always want to show you the monster, you know, and it's like, show us the monster, but wait, you know, be patient. Like, you can have us disoriented as fuck and still bring it home by the end. Like,
sure.
Like, I feel like too many filmmakers are in a rush to, like, you know, get you there, and they're too worried about losing the audience. But it's like, I think an audience will be patient as long as you build it in the correct way. You know, and you
I would agree with that.
Like, you still need to drip feed them something, but it doesn't mean you got to give them everything in the first fucking 15 minutes.
Sure.
Especially if you open, like, neither of you have seen Bone Lake, have you?
Boner Lake? No, not yet.
Dude, fucking so much fun.
It's been to Boner
actually
Lake.
Surprisingly good movie. But the fucking cold open to that is genius, because
I've been hearing
it is so insane that even though for the next maybe half hour or 45 minutes, you don't get much, the fact that they gave you such a crazy opener, you're in. You know, you're like, I will be patient. I will go on this ride with you, because you gave me that in the beginning. So I know there's more to come like that at some point, or something along. Like, how are we going to get back there? And so it does take a while. And I do feel like maybe they waited a little too long to kind of, but even still, it proves like that concept of that you can be, you know, you can take your time developing characters and telling your story, as long as you give people some meat to look forward to. And a really well done cold open can do that. Or if you give just, you know, drip feed little bits of information here and there, there's like different ways of doing it, but you don't have to like give us the whole meal in the first fucking 20 minutes, you know?
Right.
But anyway, Weapons is great, man. Really,
Weapons.
I don't know if it's my number one, but it's in my top 5 for sure. Like, I gotta sit down and really think about what my top 5 are. So that's why I don't.
I mean, Weapons is definitely the top 5, but I think Bring Her Back is still my number 1 of the year.
Yeah. That was really good too.
That's the other one that's like right there with me.
Yeah.
Like that one. Sinners is up there, my top 5.
I think Sinners is going to make my top.
You haven't
5.
seen Black Phone yet. Neither of you guys have seen Black Phone.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Black Phone
yet.
yet.
I haven't seen Black. Dude, I've been so busy with
Long
Black
Walk.
Phone 2. Black Phone. Yeah, Long Walk is in my top 10, I think. But Black Phone 2, I think, might be my number 1. It's definitely up there, but I need to like rewatch it because it's been like a month since I saw it, which is fucking crazy, dude. It's already been like a month since I was at Fantastic Fest.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, like the last fucking 3-4 weeks.
I feel like I blink and it's Wednesday again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's why I'm terrified, because like in just a couple weeks I gotta fly to fucking New York. I've never been to New York.
Oh yeah,
like,
you're gonna hate it.
All this going on. Well,
you might like it. I don't know. Well, yeah. If
dude,
you're there for a short time,
I don't give a fuck. I think there's a good chance I'm meeting Kevin Smith, dude. So I'm like,
oh, okay. Well, that'd be good. That should be good. Tell him to stop smoking weed.
Because we're going to whatever, dude. That's his like religion, man.
I know, and he fucking sucks now, and it's what pissed me off. As soon as Kevin Smith started smoking weed with Seth Rogen. Yeah. His writing went down the drain. He has done nothing good since Red State, and it's because he started smoking weed. I'm fucking convinced. You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm not going to say anything bad about the man because like he's one of the pioneers of being able to like independently like no one has done an independent career like prior to what Kevin Smith did. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's literally make your own fucking movies, like literally make it, and he keeps doing it. So it's like you can love or hate what he's done, script wise, movie wise, his last few, whatever. But like he does all these other things too, like the whole Smodge Castle. That's his like one of his things now, and it's like. That's a huge deal. He bought the movie theater that he grew up going to, and now he does these film festivals. Like I think it's 3 times a year or whatever, and he just has independent horror movies submitted, and like that's why I'm going out there is because my friend's movie is at the film festival there, and it's like just shit like that. So it's like I don't know, man. Like sometimes you might like as an artist or as a creative person, when your attention is drawn elsewhere, that one thing may not be your thing anymore or at the same standard or whatever, you know. But he also is experimenting, like totally experimenting too. So it's like some of that might also be why some of this stuff doesn't work for you or whatever anymore. You know what I mean?
Everything he's done has worked for me. And then
dude,
after Red State,
I loved fucking the Walrus. What the fuck? Why am I forgetting?
Oh God,
I love Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk is fucking rad, dude. You're tripping.
I love that movie so much.
Tusk is so good.
Garbage film.
Like fucking Johnny Depp's character is fucking awesome in that movie.
That's like the only entertaining part.
No way, dude. That whole movie is awesome. I love that movie.
Disagree.
But that's also what I'm talking about too. It's like me and Drew love that. So it's like you just may not like what he's doing, but doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not working for you anymore.
It's bad.
No, it's just not working for you anymore.
I can make the arguments. I can present
you can't,
why they're bad movies.
State things as a fact when it is a point of preference. Like it's not a fact. It's not a fact that it's bad.
I can
now
absolutely say it.
Clerks 2, that
fantastic.
Might be what?
Objectively good
Clerks
film.
3. The
Clerks
most
3,
recent
objectively
Clerks.
bad film. Clerks 3 is terrible.
So that one, I think most everybody can agree is not very good.
So I can say facts when you agree with them, but I can't say facts when you disagree with them. That's what we're.
Well, it's still not really a fact, but it's just more of like most people can agree. So that is a little closer to a thing. But with Tusk, there's a lot of people that love Tusk. It's not just
the amount of people that agree on something does not. The amount of people that agree on something does not mean that something is quality or not.
No, it means that it's a matter of opinion or a matter of taste. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work for you.
Taste
But it works for a lot of other
into
people.
it, but there's also
When the
qualities
majority of
film.
people can agree on something, that you could say a little more like close. It's still not a fact, but a little closer to being like, you know, this is the wide variety of people. Most everybody agrees that Clerks 3 is not good, right? But you can't say that with Tusk, because a ton of people, you know, it's like at least equal. You know, the
Yes,
It's
you
one
opinion.
of those films that, like, as a director, it's just fun to make it. Like, that to me would be half of it. Like, I just would want to make it, whether no one, you know, sees it or not, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it would be fun to make all the prosthetics and everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean,
think
you
that's
can have
the
fun
Kevin
making
Smith
movies.
thing.
You can have
He's
fun
just
doing that.
he just makes a lot of weird shit. It doesn't always work, but like,
You can have fun
I
doing
am-
that. Just, I mean, but that doesn't prohibit you from writing a good script. That doesn't prohibit you from telling a good story. You can have all the fun you want,
I just,
but then
think
why
that
just
it's like
why
anything,
just,
man?
why
Like,
just
it just,
put out a script just to do a walrus
but we
movie? Why not
have-
actually make
there's
it.
so
Like,
many people like that, where you'll make some things that are hits, you know what I mean, and then you'll have a spell where it's just not great for a while, and
I
all
just
of a
think the
sudden come
quality
out
of his
nowhere
writing
with
went
great
down.
shit again.
I just think the quality of his writing went down after he started smoking weed. Like, I think
But
there
he
is a
hasn't
measurable.
done very much. He hasn't done very much since Red State.
You see
either,
Yoga
man.
Hosers? Like, and I understand that's a movie that's not for me, blah, blah. Like, I get that,
Yeah.
fine.
But I
It's
mean,
for-
like,
it's
but
for
like,
a
I'm just
very
saying, since
particular
Red State,
audience.
he's done like what, 4
But,
movies?
like, he did.
So it's not like he's
no.
doing a lot of things. He's doing other projects, is what I was saying.
Yeah, but I know.
So I don't
understand,
think
bro,
it's
but, like,
weed. I think it's more to do with
I
he's
think-
just doing a lot of other shit.
I think it's weed. I think it's the weed. It pisses me off.
But also, the majority of movies that you like of his were more comedy, besides Red State, right?
That's all he did. And
That's
I'm
what
no,
I
but I
mean.
also like
So
Chasing
maybe
Amy.
that's it.
Chasing
too.
Amy. Chasing Amy.
That's
is
comedy,
something-
dude.
Shut up.
That's
Chasing Amy
comedy.
is something. What I'm trying to say is Chasing Amy is something that not a lot of people liked, and I really enjoy it. I think it's a very good. I
What?
think it's a very good film.
Dude, that's considered one of the best like that is like most people, like the vast majority of people now, when it came out, yes. About to eat us.
Drew, get in on this, man.
It's turned into a vor video.
No, this is what we do. This is literally what we do every week.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
But
I'm having a fun time.
it's
I just
fun
look at
that
the
we're
comments.
separated from
Your
someone in the
fans are
middle.
explaining to me.
What?
I like that.
I haven't even looked at the comments. What are the comments saying? Are they talking about Tusk? What do we say? All right, let's go to the comments.
Yeah.
Darren says, "Bring her back and talk to me. We're filmed 20 minutes away from where I live in Adelaide, South Australia."
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm really curious to see what they do next, because I know they got this documentary, but then they say, I know they're making a sequel to Talk to Me, so that's happening, but they're supposed to be working on some other original. I'm really curious to see what that's going to be.
I
Diddy
love
said
their
Tusk is
films.
crazy good.
Their YouTube channel is very different from their films. That was surprising to me.
Mhm.
So the YouTube channel did not resonate. Then I saw the films and I'm like, these are incredible.
That's why most people were like not expecting much from them, because their stuff is more like wild, like comedic, just crazy shit. It's not really scary, like horror, like realistic at all. So yeah, the one that I'm really excited about, though, and I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, is Obsession. But everybody that has seen this movie it keeps saying, like, this is the movie that is going to just be like an atomic bomb on the horror community.
Obsession.
What,
Did it
Obsession?
just come out or
Yeah.
what?
And I mean, this is like people that are hard to please, like Cody Leach saying it's the movie of the year, fucking Spooky Astronaut saying it's like the movie of the year, like a ton of people. And I'm just like, fuck. And I was like this close to seeing it because it was playing at Fantastic Fest, but like I couldn't get in. But they're starting to do limited. It got picked up though, so it is going to come out probably next year. Probably it is going to come out next year.
John Connor says the crazy part about Tusk is the true inspiration that Kevin Smith created the story. He saw an ad for free room and board as long as you dress and act like a walrus for the landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? We need confirmation. Is that true? Oh,
well, it's what he said. It's what he said. That doesn't mean like,
yeah,
it could
I
be a
didn't know
story,
that.
but that's it. I remember hearing him in an interview say that.
Saya
Roughly that.
says, "Ha ha ha, Drew. This is a common argument between DJ and Kanan, and you just happen to be here for it."
Nope. You're just in the middle, like literally in the middle.
Stephanie loves yoga hosers. God, Stephanie, why?
A lot of people love yoga hosers.
Al says, "I like Drew. He understands."
I like you too.
Otaku says, "No one thinks Tusk is a good movie." That's right.
That's not
Otaku.
true. It actually has a pretty big cult following.
Tenderloin Stew says, "I love it when mommy and daddy fight." All right, so that's about it. That's it for the comments. But yeah.
Well, so what else this year have you seen? Doesn't have to be from this year, but like what are some other ones that have stood out to you?
Of stuff that comes to mind, I mean, like of ones that came out during the year, I thought that Together was good, but I would have made some changes to it.
Ooh, what changes? I love Together.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
A lot of people have issues with like the first half and second half because it's like a lot of people I've heard say it's almost like two different movies because it's like that first half is scary and more serious, and then the second half gets more comedic and stuff. I don't know.
Comedic?
What are you?
Yeah. What would you?
Yeah.
So it's I want to try to say it without any spoiler stuff. So maybe hear out with this. I'll put my hand down. So you can cover your ears while my hand is up for those watching. The part where they go down into the cave.
Yeah.
And there's the sort of like, you call it creature reveal.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. They show the creature too much before the reveal.
Oh, you're talking about
it
the later on when they go down?
You're
Later
talking about
on,
the timing. Yeah. Okay. All
The
right.
timing on that. It's like you guys talked about earlier. I think Kanan, you were saying. It was the same thing when I was writing Macabre Majesty, that having a reveal for a creature, you want to put it off as long as you can.
Mm-hmm.
You want to imply. That's one of the biggest problems with like horror comics, is that a lot of them end up coming across as cool, not scary. Because once you show the creature, you only get to show the creature once. It's like, that's it.
It's
like
my
the first
same
time
problem
you
with porn.
see someone naked.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just gonna say, it's the same problem with porn. It's like porn, they just want to be like, boom, they're all naked and like you show everything, and it's like, dude, you gotta have some fucking build up, man.
Yep.
Like,
nothing
is better than a striptease. Like, just take your time. And like, I ironically agree. Like, the best filmmakers are the ones, like, that's what I love about John Carpenter. Like, if you take a movie like The Thing, like you would see different elements throughout the movie, but it was like never just full-blown creature, all of what it had to offer until like that final act. And that's when it's like you see everything and see all of what it's capable of.
Otaku brings up a great example. Have you guys seen Love, Death, and Robots? Have you guys seen that trailer, or not trailer, but that show on Netflix?
Well, yeah, but which episode?
Beyond the Aquila Rift.
Which one's that?
It's the one where this crew, like, they go into hyperspace, but they miss their mark, and they're like millions of light years off the mark.
I don't think I've seen that one. Is that
season 2? It's so good. It's based on a short story, which is just as good.
They all are.
I thought some of them were originals. They're not all based on.
I see what you mean.
They're all short films.
I was saying they're all yeah.
It's an anthology show, so they're all shorts. But Beyond the Aquila Rift is based off of a short story that's awesome. But yeah,
I remember hearing people talk about this one. I think it's one that I haven't seen yet.
Oh, it's so good, dude! Like, it's
got to be season 2, because I swear I've seen every episode of season 1.
It's season 1. It's like the third episode in season 1.
Then I must have seen it. I don't know why I'm not remembering this though.
Yeah,
I need to go back and rewatch it.
It's so good. It's so good. And it's like, I tell people to go watch season 1 of Love, Death, and Robots who are interested in
it's so fucking good.
Who are interested in making horror shorts, because it's like, you look at what these people do in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Like, this is what you can do.
It's like the Alter channel on YouTube. Same thing. I tell people all the time, like, dude, my favorite. Dude, I met Don Coscarelli.
Al was talking about it, so that's
my
awesome. I saw you posted that, dude.
Yep, I fucking
love
met that
Fantastic.
dude. He was so
That's
cool.
amazing.
And it was so funny because he was like actually talking shit about some guys in the industry, dude. It was pretty funny. I don't want to say who because it was like a private conversation, but like I was like, why haven't you made any movies? And he was like literally throwing some people under the bus. I was like, damn, okay. He was
All right,
cool,
well,
this
though. It
book
was
is
really
great.
cool.
I think that's
Oh, he has
going to
a
do it
book?
for us.
Like
Yeah.
He has a
what's his
book.
book about? Like a biography or what?
Like his whole career. Yeah, it's great. Like all the
Dude.
making of all this film is. I highly recommend it. Like, yeah, it
Dude.
was awesome. Especially if you're
Yeah, check
into
it out.
making films. I know DJ, you are. Like for me, it was like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta learn from this.
No, I'll pick it up.
The best filmmaking book is the Toxic Avenger one. Everything I learned from filmmaking, like from the Toxic Avenger.
Dude, have you seen the new Toxic Avenger?
I did.
So fucking good, dude. I loved it.
Did
you not like
not
it?
for me. No, it was
Really?
For
I haven't
me.
seen it yet. Wait, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Everything. So it like everything about like the original. You've seen the original Toxic Avenger, right? Hopefully, most of the fan base has. It goes where no one else is willing to go. You know,
And this one doesn't?
I think this
one doesn't
new
even
one
get
does to a
promoted.
certain extent.
So
That's too bad.
It just,
the thing
I think
is,
it does, but in
Macon
different
Blair's-
ways. There's
His
definitely
first
some
film I
stuff
love.
that is pushing the boundaries and like definitely offending people in this one. It just doesn't do the same things because it's literally not the same movie. It's like a totally like it's not a remake. Like people think it's a remake. It's not. It's not at all. It's literally a brand new character, all new everything. It's just this character turns into a form of a Toxic Avenger, but like that's it. Like it's not. But yes, it is not. Like, and I've heard that criticism from a number of people because it is and it isn't. What's his Kaufman? What's the name of the company?
Kaufman.
Trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah, but what's this company? Yeah,
Yeah.
Trauma. It
Trauma.
it is a Trauma movie, but it's not. And so I get that. Like a lot
Too
of people
bad.
were, but it's not. It's like it's produced by Trauma, but it is not technically a Trauma movie. And so like it's not as trashy. It's not as like low budget feeling. You know, it's more. I don't know, DJ. I think you'll actually like it, dude.
I
It's
gotta
just
watch
different.
it. I mean, I gotta watch it.
just
I can't.
different.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
there's so much passion on screen, man. Like everybody involved in making it, like, dude, they were like it or not, it is one of the most like genuinely made movies we've had in a long time where everybody involved, like there's so many celebrities in it that basically were like, we'll do it for free. Like, you know,
Nice.
you maybe get us on the back end, but like, don't worry about like, it's crazy. Like even the story of how it, you know, we talked about last week, how it's raising all this money to pay off people's medical bills and shit. Like, it's just, it's a really cool thing that you just don't see movies do. Like there's all these stories about people that worked on the movie, and the reason that they got the job in the first place was basically because they were in a bad situation, and it was like, you know, we'll hire you, we'll give you a job to get you out of this bad situation kind of deal. Like a lot of stuff like that behind the scenes with it too. So
Yeah.
but
All right.
I don't know. I think you'll like it, DJ. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely, if you compare it to the original, I can see having some issues with it.
I will go in with my mind open. And we'll see what happens. But that's gonna do it.
I think it's
That's
more
gonna do it
fun
for it.
and less mean. I think that's part of the thing too.
All right.
Like it's
cool.
not nearly as mean.
Yeah. That's gonna do it
It's
for
been
us.
great having you. Great
Drew,
having
thank you,
Drew.
sir.
Thank you guys.
Tell everybody where they can find you
Appreciate
again. I know we have the scrolly thing, but tell everybody where they can
Are you on
find
Instagram or Twitter or any
Instagram,
socials?
at Dungeon Rat Productions. Hit me up on there, and I can get you a copy of the first issue of Macabre Majesty today.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
yeah.
Yeah. And go support his Kickstarter. He's almost there. $3,333.
Hell
And
yeah.
Thank you guys.
and we'll get it up there. So thanks, guys. Thanks you, Drew. Appreciate you. And so that's gonna do us
Appreciate y'all.
next Wednesday. All right, let me start over. Next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. or whatever time it is over there on across the pond. This is the Death Rattle Podcast. We will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.